Mbadi boy, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Mbadi boy, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? John Mbadi is on the bench today, folks. Right after this break, we'll talk about the Finance Act. We'll talk about the new financial year, which begins today. We'll talk about national politics. We'll talk about the state of the nation and plenty more. Keep tweeting at Koinange Jeff.
At Ayub Abdulkadir.
At Susan T. King, the hashtag. It's JK Live. JK Live takes a break. We'll be back. In the meantime, coming up, Mbadi boy. Let me ask you this. Recently, you were guest of honor at a women empowerment event in Suna East. Jeanette Mohammed gave you 10 million shillings. How much did you give?
Myself?
Yeah.
I gave 1.5 million.
Where is Jeanette Mohammed getting this money all of a sudden? This has not been the norm. What's going on?
No, that's
My lord, I wonder.
not true. Actually, Jeanette mentioned very well that the contribution was from himself and friends.
Hakuna! Ashindwe!
And I don't think there has been any fundraiser in Suna East in the last maybe 1 year organized by Jeanette. So this is the major fundraising that he has been preparing for and soliciting for resources from friends. So to me, it's not a surprise. It depends if it would have been doing it every day or every weekend, but I think it's being blown out of proportion. He clearly stated that from him and friends. So it should be taken that way. And by the way, this is not the only Aram, this is the only time that Jeanette is contributing so much in Aram. Jeanette has been very generous, even when he was in his first term in Parliament. I know that for a fact.
Yeah.
Yes.
You still didn't tell me where he's getting the money from. Oh, his ODM wing of broad-based government now swimming in cash.
Jeff, that is not correct. There are also MPs, leaders.
You were at the forefront of the campaign to remove Edwin Sifuna from the Secretary General's position. Are you happy now? Mbadi boy, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Mbadi boy, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? John Mbadi is on the bench today, folks. Right after this break, we'll talk about the Finance Act. We'll talk about the new financial year, which begins today.
And I also support William Ruto, if you don't.
Thank you. So you are no longer a baddie boy.
To who?
You're a good boy.
Jeff, I left you to carry out some research. You say that either I'm a bad boy or I told you to go and do your research.
Yes.
What's the verdict?
Verdict is you're a good boy.
I'm a good boy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good to see you, man.
Thank you.
Appreciate your time.
And I'll come another time.
Absolutely. Look forward to it.
Appreciate it.
Come anytime you want. Listen, folks, I hope you enjoyed this conversation. Very insightful about the state of our economy going forward as we begin a new financial year. Remember, if it's Wednesday, it's all about those three letters on the keyboard that follow each other. JKL. If you don't believe me, check your keyboard. You can thank me for it later. Let's do this again next week, same time, same place. What do you say? Ayub?
Good morning.
Oh, by the way, this is James. James, can I?
Yeah. Yes.
Jeff.
Mbadi boy. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Is he a good boy or a Mbadi boy? I've got another one for you today. I've been working on. Are you ready for this? Are you ready? Mbadi boy, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Mbadi boy, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? John Mbadi is on the bench today, folks. Right after this break, we'll talk about the Finance Act. We'll talk about the new financial year, which begins today. We'll talk about national politics. We'll talk about the state of the nation and plenty more. Keep tweeting at Koinange Jeff.
At Ayub Abdulkadir.
At Susan T. King, the hashtag. It's JK Live. Last time, National Treasury Cabinet Secretary John Mbadi was on the bench. We coined a phrase, is he a good boy or a Mbadi boy? I've got another one for you today I've been working on. Are you ready for this? Are you ready? Mbadi boy, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Mbadi boy. He's a fellow Cabinet Secretary for National Treasury and Economic Planning, John Mbadi. What do you think? Is he a Mbadi boy? Or a good boy?
The problem with you, Jeff, you are too rich. You don't even see what is in your payslip. Please go back to get your payslip for January, compare it with December, and you will see. And by the way, very soon you will retire from Royal Media. I'm not calling for your retirement.
Yes.
You will get your pension. It will be tax-free.
The whole thing?
For the first time since independence. The whole thing, you will take your pension and go home. Because of the amendments we brought.
Kuna stories za ajabu, alafu sasa kuna stories za Jeff Koinange. Ilianza ati ajaye yoga kwa besheni, tukasema sawa. Labda ni rich kid ameishi kutumia shower the whole life. Ikakuja ajaye kunywa chai na KDF like ajui kaimati. Tukasema ni sawa. Hao ni watoto wamegrow na spaghetti, ni sawa. Hadi ikafika ati ajaye ona kufuri ya kufunga mlango. Jeff Koinange kufuri ya kufunga.
I wonder.
Mnalala mlango ikiwa hivyo ama nyinyi mkitoka tu ama mnaishi wapi? Yenye kuna kufunga. Uko karibu kusikia ati hata ajaye ona kisu ya kukata nyanya. Hajawahi ona kwake wanakata nyanya na grinder ama power saw. Jeff Koinange hapana. Hapa. Kidogo useme unijui. You don't know me. You are aje sasa my oh my. On
the bench today. This because the financial year begins today, the 1st of July. We've got National Treasury Cabinet Secretary John Mbadi to break things down for us in a way that we can all understand. Was it real quick? Financial year begins today. Finance Act is in effect as well. What are the key takeaways? Summarize for us the key takeaways going forward in the next financial year.
Yeah, thank you, Jeff. Going forward, let me speak to the Finance Act and also maybe a little bit on the budget, which we now have, which has been appropriated. And now we have Appropriation Act of 2025 and 2026-2027, and the Finance Act of 2026. As I mentioned when we started public engagement, I was very categorical that the bill that we had placed before Kenyans, the 2026 Finance Bill, was not intended to raise revenue through increased taxes and tax rates. We were focusing more on tax reforms, aligning it and making tax measures and tax administrative measures more simple. And that is exactly what we intended to achieve, and we have achieved that largely. And so if you look at the Finance Act that we have today, it's more aligned in terms of tax administration. But I also want to pick a few advantages that I would mention that were in the Act, now the Act, which were in the bill, and which would have been lost if the propaganda that was being propagated out there carried the day. One of them is, Jeff, for various reasons, there are some Kenyans taxpayers who have not been able to pay their taxes on time. And so they have been penalized, interests have been charged, penalties have been levied. Up to December 2025, this act is allowing that those who have tax arrears up to 2025, we are giving them tax amnesty of 6 months, beginning today, up to 31st December of this year.
Speaking of cutting the fat, the presidency was assigned, was it about 8 billion shillings?
Yes.
In its first 6 months, it spent 11.6 billion Kenyan shillings. Does that make sense? I mean, the places you say we need to cut the fat or cut the cloth according to your size.
You see...
and that's just one example.
Yeah, that is an example that is always given, it's like the only budget, Jeff, that you see is that one of the president's.
That's because it's screaming
in our faces. But again, I want to ask a question. You see, there are things that we have to do. Jeff, the truth of the matter is that if you saw the state house that we have been having, it has been left to rot. That's the seat of power. I mean, even if you look at the White House, they always maintain White House. It looks beautiful. So even our state house should not be left in a deplorable state like it has been left, where state house is leaking. That's a shame. And that is where you host international dignitaries. The first impression they have about Kenya is that these are very disorganized people. How do you expect them to do business?
But 11 billion shillings was in the
It is not just about the state house. We have state lodges. We have the presidency. And under presidency, there is a lot under presidency.
By the way, there's another state lodge that's about to be built in deep inside the Menti forest for like, I think it was 26.6 billion.
Yeah, if that is the decision that the accounting office has made and the decision has been made to do that, why wouldn't we have state lodge in Meru County and we have it in other counties? You know, maybe we have one.
Okay, that's politics, Waziri. John Mbadi, as you may well know, the financial year begins today, July 1, and he's the man at the center of the economy. Waziri, welcome to the show, first of all. Good to see you again.
Yeah, pleasure.
And
Jeff, it has been a while.
It's been a while. Yeah. Thank you so much for your time.
Yes.
We'll get to the financial year and the Finance Act in a little short moment, but let me ask you this. Recently, you were guest of honor at a women empowerment event in Suna East. Junaid Mohammed gave you 10 million shillings. How much did you give?
Myself?
Yeah.
I gave 1.5 million.
Where is Junaid Mohammed getting this money all of a sudden? This has not been the norm. What's going on?
No, that's not true. Actually, Junaid mentioned very well that the contribution was from himself and friends. And I don't think there has been any fundraiser in Suna East in the last maybe 1 year organized by Junaid. You know, Jeff, up to which year? Up to 2017. 2016, there was not even 1 inch of tarmac in Soba South. Jesus! My constituency.
Come on.
Yes, and even between that 2016 to last year, to 2025, beginning of 2025, there was only 7 kilometers.
What?
Now is when we have about 21.
And who is the MP?
John Mbadi.
Thank you.